It says live, but I see black screen. Let me refresh real quick. There we go. And of course, this camera has fooled me once again. So the suggested fix for all the camera issues I was having um, was basically install the control software, which okay, fair enough. But the control software and the streaming software can't both be open at the same time because one of them steals the camera. So, anyways, it immediately tried to undo what I just did. Is it? Did it go back to? Yes, it did. Try to go back to autofocus or autoframe, which is a setting I turned off in the control app thing. Anyways, can't say I'm a fan of the software for this camera, and I think the hardware is trying to be too smart for its own good. That's my opinion. But here we are. We're back. I'm going to try and get our map a little bit better in frame. I spent a little bit of time, that's actually why I'm a little bit late. I spent a little bit of time trying to get more information into the overlay without being overwhelming. At first I was like, well, what if I bring all of my stuff into the overlay and, it'll be great because you'll have full information. And it turned out that was just way too much stuff. So now I have this, and at the very least you can see the attack profiles of the various weapons. So hopefully this is a good change. We'll try it for an episode here and see how it goes. Hmm. All right. When we last left off, we fought some kobolds. I was very worried about dying, but we appear to be okay for now. I don't think that's where Zertle's supposed to be. Or maybe it is. It doesn't matter. So here's my thoughts. We know there's somebody kind of giving the orders to these kobolds. And since the kobolds were level 4, the guy giving the orders is probably also level 4, and it's probably kind of tough. So going in there with Rix at 1 HP and Zertle at 2, probably not the best move. So I'm going to do some healing. Long story short, I'm going to do some healing. So I have 1 cube from my old kit that I can use. It's a wisdom check from Zertle, who gets a +4 on wisdom. That is a 12, +4 is 16. 12 was the threshold that we need to meet. So heal for 2 on self. And then head on over to Rix. And we're out of cubes on the old kit, so I'm going to start using my practice kit, which I carry around in my inventory and can just swap when we're out of combat to get this job done. Once again, it's a wisdom check. Now I get a 20. Oh, hey, it's a natural 20 out of combat. Ooh, let's get the threat card now. So threat 77. So try not to be ungrateful, but man, my timing on getting some of these things is just really bad. That heals Rix for 2, and I'll update the overlay in a second to match their new health values. Using the final cube from my old practice kit, wisdom check. You don't see me like looking around right now trying to find someone to answer, how does this happen twice in one day? I guess 2 episodes for those of you watching along on YouTube, but one day for me. A 20 followed by a natural 1. Well, I guess we heal nothing with that second charge. We have lots of healing potion charges. I'm just going to use both of them from one of my potions to put 2 health onto Rix. Then I'm going to spend a mana on Zertle to put 2 cubes back onto my good healing kit. And then I'm going to update my overlay. Because we got health again. Woo! Five health, and everything else looks okay. Alright. So yeah. I put the attack patterns on the overlay. If you have not seen that yet, and I hope that helps. So I could refresh the charges on my old practice kit, just in case I need to use it in combat. I'd rather save the mana. I only have 1 mana left, and I kind of need it for basically everything I do with Zertle. Not everything, all the healing I do. Okay. We healed up. We heard that they were in the drowned keep, or the sunken keep, the flooded keeps. So let's go to the building first. Small 17. We are going to let Zertle be the first in if there's any sort of combat or conversation. That's small 17. Oh, you know what I should be doing is clipping stuff. That's a way to do channel stuff. Overgrown Stronghold. As you enter the rubble-strewn forts, your eyes are drawn to the crates and supplies the kobolds had been packing onto their boats. Do I get to do loot? We enter, we go to POI 27. Guardhouse. You're standing in what used to be the storeroom for the old flooded fort. Here and there are scattered crates and supplies. There's a strong stench coming from the corner. Something drips down on you as you look around. What dripped on me? That's the first thing I would ask. Looking up, you see moss growing through a hole in the roof. Dew from this morning seems to be dripping down onto the floor here. Okay. Well, before I look through the crates, what's the stench? Is there like a body? You look for the source of the stench and find the carcass of a seabird, half devoured here. Maggots crawl in its bones. Yuck. That's fair. Well, let's look through the crates then. You search through the crates and supplies. Most everything of use must have been taken, for everything you look through is spoiled. You're just about to give up looking when you spot something shining from the shadows. Ooh, shiny. I investigate. And grabbing it out of the dust, you see that you found a small metal token. Rix gets an RP point, bringing her back to full. Zertle, or the party, gains key item 29. And that is the last of the interactions here. Key item 29. This is like a family crest. Because we know there was a job to go to this place. And get a thing for a family heirloom of some sort. And then bring it back to Keepic outskirts to the blonde dude who I'm pretty sure is murdering exiles in his spare time. Metal token. Searching through an old abandoned fort, you come across a small metal coat of arms. It depicts a bird with a branch on it in its beak. It looks like some sort of family crest. Keep this in the party inventory for now. Yeah, will do. Will do. That's one thing. Maybe with more table space this would be better, but I've built up kind of this collection of odds and ends for the party inventory. And it's getting kind of hard to keep track of, like, what each thing is. You know? You know? Or, like, what even I have in my party inventory to keep track of. I know I have this map looking for an outcropping of white stones that I don't think I've seen yet. I have a sealed envelope for somebody. I'm sure we'll find them eventually. Okay. Also, okay, I'm gonna go into medium 18 in just a second. I did want to briefly mention, I was complaining about the snipe skill earlier. This one. Uh, Costing 3 combo to use, and having just the ability to roll terribly. And I think part of that, part of the reason why it's not better than it is it's a level 1 skill, right? Or level 0 skill even. I think you start with that. Yeah, it's a starting skill just by being on the path of wandering. So the expectation that it will always be this powerhouse skill, it's not. Granted, it scales better, or it's been getting a little bit better as I fight bigger enemies because they have more hit points in a pattern like that. So that at that point it's just naturally scaling quite well. But it's not giving itself bonuses that could make it stronger, unlike, say, the Ricochet skill, which is just insane. So, having had some time to reflect on it and not having camera issues, I think it's more balanced than I thought. I think. Who knows? So, the keep is medium 18. I would like to not have a deadly fight. How about just a regular fight, thanks? Cracked tower. Too late, you enter the crumbling stronghold. The boats push off from the shore, and you see a gray-haired man at the helm of the largest boat. He looks back at you as they sail off. As you gaze after the boats, you hear a muffled call from around the corner. Someone is still here. Gain key item 28 and then flip this. What the heck is key item 28? Look like evidence of gray-haired man here? Strange man. You saw a muscular gray-haired man leading the kobolds on their boats. When you gain this card, add travel 64 to the bottom of the travel discard pile. Okay. So it is just evidence of this guy. Travel 64. I'm not going to look at it. I'm just going to add it to the bottom of my travel discard pile. Kaboom. Keep this card in the party inventory. If you're told to gain this card, key 28, at another different location, do this instead. Turn key 28 to its B side, and then keep key 28B in the party inventory. Okay. I mean, that seems like a reasonable ask. Okay. And then we flip this. And we overlay it like so. We can go inside, and there's event 36, which I do want to do. So normally you'd put in a little event token here, and we could go ignore it. I'm just going to do that right away. Instead, there's somebody still here, and I'm curious. Who'd they leave behind? Was it a prisoner? Tied up. An adolescent halfling is here, tied up with ropes. Help! Untie me! Thank the winds you came. Those lizards would have scuttled me. You wonder who this is and what they're doing here. I untie them first. This is Zertle leading the charge? Yeah, Zertle's going to untie them first. You cut the ropes and free the halfling. Draw NPC 38, and then exile this card. Okay, simple enough. Scavern, the boatswain. Oh wait, hold on. The boatswain. Are you the other person's brother? Didn't think he was a halfling. I don't think they're related. Halfling boy who's uppish. I've heard of uppity, I've never heard of uppish. And actions, rub wrists. The halfling is standing here rubbing the sore spots on his wrists where the rope was. Oi! Took you long enough to cut me free. Well, I suppose you want me to answer some questions like who I am and what I'm doing here, so go on, get asking. Okay. I mean, who are you? I guess, since you're talking about it. Who are you? My name is Scavern. I was the boatswain on the cruel fate, or I was until those lizards defeated us. And what are you doing here? Fellow halfling boy? And could you show any appreciation here? You said you were about to die, and we rescued you, and we untied you without a second word, and you immediately criticize us. It's not a great way to start a conversation. What are you doing here? A month back we were doing a bit of adventuring, as was our wont, and thought we'd make camp for the night ashore, far east of here. By the time our watch called out, those lizards had grabbed me. What lizards? Well, it turns out those lizards got this leader. Looks like a grizzled old man, but too strong to be a man. He wants me to train them to sail ships. Not my first choice, but I did a pretty good job, if I do say so. If a halfling is in the party, draw key item 154 and then go to set sail. Key item 154. I finally get to do the thing for Zertle. Alright, I have a flashback to my exile. The reason why I am exiled. You may now reveal key item halfling to the other players and read this card aloud. Which one was mine? The notched ring. There we go. Notched ring. You have a steel ring. It appears to depict some sort of ornate shape. There's a notch cut into the ring where it looks like something could fit. Okay. The halfling eyes you. Oi, a fellow halfling. What's your aisle, mate? Where do you make berth? You try to answer but can't find any words. The halfling laughs. Ha ha ha! Never been to sea, have you? Born on the mainland? He spits to the side and chuckles. Tui! Sad lot you are. Being insulted isn't a great crime, but it's not respectable, is it? I will once again say... We just rescued you. Can you please, like... I don't know. Don't even know what I want to ask this person, but... Literally just show any amount of gratitude. I'm not asking for much. Just a tiny little bit. We halflings need the sea like the clouds need the sky. I can't understand you, unsalted. Don't you long for the waves? How can you stand to be ashore so long? The smell of the sea, the creak of the deck beneath your feet, great blue all around you as far as you can see. I think I give like a little throw up of seasickness just thinking about that. I'm gonna headcanon Zertle's never been on the ocean and has no desire to, and really very comfortable on land. Thanks. As he speaks, you feel the fear, water seeping up, choking you, filling your lungs. Oh, guess it's not just headcanon. No, the sea is not a place for you. Firm, solid ground beneath you, that's the way of it. You shudder at the thought of the ocean. Oi! The halfling waves at you. Drifting off there, are we? Listen, unsalted, I won't hold it against you, seeing as you rescued me and all. Nary a wave between us. Change your character token to Dossier Halfling 2. So I'm not just going to be a halfling, I'm going to have some sort of story beat title. Unsalted. Oh. Do I have to? Alright, and then set sail. Enough, John. It's time for me to set sail. I'm heading for the nearest port to look for my crew. Index this card. Okay. Bye, Scavern. I was kind of hoping he'd let us go across the waves, but let's go upstairs to Long 13. Or downstairs, I suppose, as the case may be. Flooded cellar is downstairs. You nearly slip on the last damp stairs you enter the cellar. Crates bob in the shallow water and kobolds glare up from their work, ready for a fight. Okay. Ooh, there's a path chest. Okay, so we need to move this existing map because we're doing a floor transition. We just had a whole conversation upstairs, and these kobolds were like, what? And place it like this. This party on X. Oh, this is almost entirely difficult terrain. Okay, got it. Maybe that helps me? Get all the damage tokens out of the way. I'll have to put their armor tokens back on. We also have tons of real estate here now because we don't have as big of a map. So I can move these guys way over here, get my threat discard here, which I have to shuffle. And then, actually, if we can push this up just a little... wait, hold on. If we push this up like that... Now... It's like the perfect size cutout, which is incredible. Does this fit on the screen? Oh, so close. Alright, let's zoom out just a tiny bit. That to, once again, have the beautiful little cutout there. Put these in shots. There we go. And I do need to update to 0 threat. They do not, in fact, get to start with 4 threat. So we did get our natural 20 threat card into here, so hopefully we can do some damage. Or hopefully that's a good card. Let's see. Oh, yep. There we go. Get a little bit more light onto the activation card. I do like the preponderance of path chests we've been finding. That's good. Alright, I suppose I'm technically supposed to go chest. And we can't open the chest during combat. Unlike, say, Gloomhaven, where you can. And kind of have to. Alright, I think we're ready for combat. Zerdal will be the first one taking a turn on our team. Oh, do we have the resources to actually kill these things? I hope so. Boss or one, so they gain one threat as a group. I think armor is going to be the big deciding problem at this stage. Because they did a number to our armor last time. Okay, first thing we're going to do is basic move with Zerdal to gain a combo and go here. And yeah, moving down here is expensive because everything is flooded. That's just the way it is. Now I'm going to do practice staff against this guy. I remember. Oh yeah, practice staff is really rough against these enemies because of where they have weak points. Still, doing it. That is a 14, which, even without any bonuses, is enough to get both hits. So, do I just take both hits because it gets me... No. No, I just hit up here to remove the armor. And now with my second attack, which I will take. Attack number 2 with the practice staff. I swing. I got 8, which is plus 3 is 11, so I only get one hit. That's unfortunate. That's the direction it went. Well, if I only got one hit, you know what? I don't want to trigger the weak points if I only got one hit. I'm just going to grab or hit that hand right there. I think it's the smart play. And that is Zerdal's turn. Back to the enemy. Boss or 2. So they gain 2 threats, and now when they do activate, they'll do their big attack. Which is a scary one. And we get to do Rix. Let's see. So Rix is going to do a bow attack, which is a vertical line. I'm like probably not going to get 3 hits, so I don't think anything's going to be wasted. I just want to roll at least a 9 on the die, ideally. That's a 6. That would be only 1 hit. Yeah, okay. I will take only 1 hit. hit right there, and we roll again. Second attack. I get a 5, which is also just the one hit. No, 5, which is just the one hit. And then I'm going to spend my minor action to gain a combo as a basic move and kind of duck behind this corner so I'm not in shrapnel range as Zertle gets very hurt. Thanks, Zertle. Good luck. He ain't gonna make it. Let's see what the enemy does. All foes activate. So, threat going down to 0 as they do their big attacks. Now, I do have a question. Their big thing is they target the furthest away enemy. Does that mean furthest away that they can actually reach? Foes will intelligently choose a target. Identify every exile that could be hit by the attack. Okay. So with 6 move and 4 range, could this one hit Rix? Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So Zertle is the target. That's what I was getting at. I think I did that wrong in the last combat, and whatever. So first we do this one who can get to Rix. Don't know how line of sight works. I mean, there's a big wall there, so I don't think he could see Rix. It's been a while since line of sight mattered. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he's in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he shoots Rix. This is a Great Eye. Yep. A 4 damage Great Eye. Let's do it. That is... Let me switch to this view. That is the right arm, which does actually have armor. So instead of taking 4, Rix only takes 3. Only 3, going down to 2 health. I mean, it is what it is. Every little bit helps. And updating overlay, that was right arm, righto. Boom. All right. Up next, this one goes, and needs to get within range. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's within range. Attacks Zertle with a headshot, which is actually good, because that means we only take 3 on Zertle instead of his full health in 1 hit. Yikes. The armor is used up afterwards. Zertle goes down to 1 health. Such is life. Neither of them are in range of shrapnel, so that's not an issue. And I just need to update that the head slot is now, fully used up. There we go, overly updated. We're all good. We're back to Zertle's turn, our cleric. And I still have this super obnoxious kobold slinger next to me. If I attack him, he gets to attack me back for free. Because the practice staff will hit a weak point. Could I possibly get to the other one? I can. I'm going to have the same problem, but I can. I don't think I should. I think I should spend some time healing. So, let's spend our minor action to put a balm cube on myself. So at the start of my next turn, I'm going to heal for 3 and then remove the cube. Spend a regular action to attempt to heal myself now. I think so. So I spend a cube off of my old kits. This is a wisdom check. That is an 8 plus 4 is 12. That's perfect. That's the threshold to heal for 2. Going to 3. And then if I get knocked down, which is very likely, these guys hit hard, I'll just stand right back up again on my next turn. Meanwhile, I'm going to spend my final action to make a practice staff attack against this slinger. And assuming I hit, which I did, I even get 2 hits. With 2 hits, let's hit the weak point and also the point adjacent to it, and then we will resolve the weak points. So when a weak point is hit on these guys, they do a burr attack against the attacker. This is a base 2 gray die. That is my chest armor, which, haha, still had durability remaining, so no longer does, but I take 0 damage. Wait. I'm so confused. The overlay says I didn't have anything remaining durability-wise on that one. You know what? I think I accidentally bumped a little cube, so never mind. I do take 2. Going down to 1 health. Yeah, I think one of the damage cubes moved from my body armor to the gloves that are right next to it. But it's fine. We're still alive. We got a good hit, and then they resolve a flee 2. Yes, flee 2. So they go 1, 2. Did not get very far. Let's see what they do now. We're back to AI turn. Mob activates. They have no threats to spend. So their activation is burr, flee 4, target the healthiest in range. Move 4. So I think this one once again goes 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Attacks Rix. This is a gray die for 2 damage. Rix does not have armor on that slot. That's super unfortunate. Sorry, I should move it down there. I forget the up above the map is not on camera. Yeah, Rix takes 2, falls down. The other one, Zertle, or targets Zertle. Right, and then they flee 4, so hold on. That was the target. It wants to get this direction. This one will target Zertle because it cannot get within range of Rix. And the attack on Zertle is the same. It's a gray die, 2 damage if it doesn't get stopped by armor, which it does not. So Zertle also falls to 0. Alright, so this is going well. This is going great. Okay. Also falls to 0. Dang. I should probably update that on the overlay. So up next we have the Wanderer. This is Rix. And what does Rix do? Well, Rix action surges to stand up. Then Rix uses a minor action to potion and heal for 1. Oh, my camera just cut out. I don't know why. What is up with this camera? There it is. Okay. It apparently got the control to turn off for reasons. We're in a lot of trouble, is the thing. And I don't know that I can survive. But I'm willing to try. Yeah. 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 Yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Oh. I already used my minor action. It might not be fine. We're gonna try anyways. So we spend. Okay, what is line of sight rules? I know this means the kobold may have been able to attack me, but I gotta look this up. Line of sight, 22. Draw a straight line from the center of the ability's origin square to the center of the target square. If that line passes through any walls or obscure borders, that square is not a valid target for the ranged ability. Okay. Center of square to center of square. That makes sense, and that means we've been doing line of sight correctly. Rix does not have line of sight of this kobold yet. So I have to do a move, which gains us a combo. And then I have to decide. What do I do? Do I continue moving? Yes, I do. I do continue moving. Because otherwise I'd be in shrapnel range of Zertle, and that is just asking for death. And then I... bow attack? Do I bow attack? No, what I do is I staggering shot. So I spend a combo. I mark this foe. And I can shift the foe up to 1 square or 2 squares instead if marked. That's why I marked them first. I don't even know if I'm going to use the thing. But let's do this. So this is just a basic bow attack after, or with the push. That is a 6, which becomes a 9 with my endurance, and I'd really like to get at least 2 hits. Gonna be honest, I would love 2 hits. But I don't want to pay for 2 hits. So, I'll just leave it as it is. I get 1 hit. Yeah. 1 hit. I said the word hit so many times there. I'm just going to hit this spot so I don't have to deal with weak points yet. And then I can push 2 squares. 1, 2. Clog them up a little bit. Like, they'll still be able to get back within range. At least one of them will. But this is the best I got right now. Ooh, and then I spend a mana? Yes, I spend a mana to activate Mark. I hit the weak points. I am not within range, so he cannot do his burr counterattack. He also has nowhere to flee to, because he can't get through the difficult terrain. Hoofta, we got there. It's all good. It's not really all good. We're probably gonna die. And down to 0 mana. But I think that was worth it. I think that was worth it. Okay. Ooh. We're back to the foe turn. Zertle's currently down, so I don't think he's the target that anyone's going to go after if they activate. And they do indeed activate at, once again, very low threats. Wait a minute. I just noticed one thing. This one should have retreated 4 or fleed 4 after doing its attack on Zertle. Which means this one could have done the flee too. After the weak point hits. Now we are back up to date. And let's do an activation where they move 4, range 4 attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of range. Thank goodness. These guys are dangerous. And then flee 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Weird. And this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Retreats back into the corner. I feel like this just gives us an opportunity to let Zertle heal the team, which we desperately needed. So let's go back to Zertle's turn. Zertle uses the cube from Balm to stand up and heal for 3 without using my action surge. Boom, boom, boom. And then definitely moves to heal Rix. So let's do a basic move. Ooh, I do not have 2 mana. Yeah. So 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. We gain a combo. We're back up to 3. And let's do a wisdom check as I use the last cube from my old kit. That is a 4. Plus 4 is 8, which is a bad number. That's 1 health. I think I need to do better than that. My resources are too low to do that poorly. So, we bank that 4. We spend a cube from our glowing cone, which is our focus, and make another wisdom check. That is a 10 plus 4 is 14, which would give us plus 2 to our original check, putting us at 10. Yeah. And then we spend an RP points on either of those wisdom checks to get over the 12 threshold, which heals for 2 on Rix instead of just 1. Okay, and now we're basically out of healing, but they're going to have a tough time reaching us. If Zertle does one more basic move. So Zertle's going to basic move to here. We gain another combo. And now we are out of their range. We can let them come. Well, they don't really come to us because they flee 4 on their 0 threat activation. But they won't accomplish anything else either. Oh, actually, this one should be here because he would have gone forward 2 and then gone 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Minor bookkeeping. We're all good here. All right. We're back to the enemy turn. Let's see what they do. All foes activate. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, nobody in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, nobody in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy enough. So what are the odds they activate again? Because I would like to go shoot one of them. I just don't want them to be able to shoot me back. That's the name of the game right now. We're back to Rix's turn. And the name of the game is just avoidance. The thing is, if they keep spending 0 threat, we can keep building our combo meter basically for free, and then we get a limit break, which could be very strong. If we plan correctly, I'm going to do a basic move with Rix. Go 1, 2, 3. That gets us up to 5 combo. And we're going to shoot Kobold number 1 here. At maximum range. This is an endurance check. I'm just doing a basic attack. I'm hoping that I can roll a 17. Yes. Woohoo! Very good. I go 1, 2. Oh, I only needed 2 hits. Oh, well, now my excitement feels unwarranted. It's dead. I do the last couple of hits to it. It has been defeated. And that is a huge boon to us. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, I cannot move any closer without being potentially in range. So what do? I think I risk it. He can do a max of 2 damage to me. And if I can get 1 more or 2 more combo, I will be able to snipe this guy in the back, and I think that's worth it. So let's go 1, 2, and I will spend a speed. 3, 4. Wow, moving through this area sucks. Yeah, so 2, 6 combo. And I think we're in a pretty good position. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they game threat. I kind of figured that was coming because they activated so many turns in a row. So the awkward part. Yeah, the super awkward part If I move, I activate the limit break automatically, and we are not quite ready to do that. I'm going to go ahead and look at limit break real quick, just to make sure I am correct in that. A limit break may occur. Oh, the exile whose turn it is may take a special free action called limit break. Also, I've been doing limit breaks wrong the entire time. When you limit break, one exile gets a free action? Oh, that seems much worse. Yeah, it seems so much worse. Holy cow. Obviously, it is much worse. You lose an entire action, but... okay. That means we are safe for the time being. We can get combo to 7 by going 1, 2, 3 with a basic move. What else do I want to do? I would really like to heal Rix for 1, so that a single burr attack at +1 doesn't kill her. And I can do that by paying an action on the Jagged Medallion, paying a mana. I heal Rix for 1. Rix goes to 4. It's rough that we have a completely untouched kobold here. But I'm really hoping I can do some damage. With the limit break. I'm going to look up my snipe action real quick. Because it has like this attack pattern. Yeah, so they have to be a straight line exactly 3 spaces away from you to do snipe. That's less than ideal. Okay. 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 All right. So I'm deep in the tank on this one, but I think what I do... Do I just not even use this last thing? No, I just use it to basic move because I can get out of shrapnel range. That's relevant. Because it's probably going to come up that we get hit by a shrapnel here. Ooh. Or do I stay there so that I can use my focus if needed when Rix does her snipe? No, we can't take that damage. That damage would just kill us. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Final answer. We are out of action points. Let's see what the enemy does. I do kind of want them to move. They do not. They gain 2 threats. One, two, three, four, 5. And do center to center. I don't think that quite passes through the wall. No, wait, it would. Yeah, it would need to be here to not clip the corner. Yep. Goes through the wall. Hmm. Still. All right. We're going to, with Rick's, basic move. Going 1, 2. We now have line of sights. We are at range 4. And then I attack. Yeah, I'm going to do a basic attack first with the bow. That is an 18, plus 3 is 21, which gets us all 3 hits. Which is not necessarily what I wanted. I guess I'm not going to be able to use the snipe, or at least I'm not going to want to. So 1, 2, 3 hits down a line. And then I'm going to basic attack. Well, I'm going to staggering shot, actually. So we lose a combo. That's fine. Weren't using it anyways. Lose a combo. Roll for staggering shot. I rolled a 2, believe it or not. Ay, ay, ay. So I do hit. And I think I am going to do the following. I'm going to move, push them 1 square, and hit their weak spot. And I am out of range of the counterattack. And they have nowhere to flee to. And that's my turn. Let's see what the enemy does. 3 threat. Are you sirs? Oh no. We put a power token on this guy. So now all of his attacks do +1 damage. And then he activates for free. Spends 3 combo. Moving at 6 speed with range 4, can he get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. He cannot get to Zertle, so Rix is the target. He just needs to go here to attack Rix. Actually, I believe he was... No, he wasn't in range where he was. Goes here to attack Rix. This is a base 5 attack. I don't think Rix can possibly survive. Oh, there's a chance. This is the gray die. So if Rix rolls. If Rix gets the helmet, this attack hits helmet, Rix survives, otherwise I think we're losing this combat, and Zerl just runs away. Does not hit helmet. I think this is going to be our first running away, because Rix goes to 0 health. Falls over, cannot action surge any longer. Yeah, only the helmet would have saved me. Well, such is life. My armor is bad. uh, how do I flee? We're gonna find out. Oh, there's a way to reset the or to change the difficulty. That's interesting. I don't think we need to do that, but I would certainly consider it if need be. On an exile's turn, that exile must be adjacent to a hex pointer that leads back to the world map or stairs that lead back to a previously explored map, and declare their intent to flee as a free action. Only one exile needs to take the flee action, or for the entire party to flee. Okay, and we draw event 333 if we flee, unless something says otherwise. And I assume that means everything is going to heal up, and we'll have to do this combat again some other day. That's also such as life. So we go to Zertl's turn. And Zertle goes 1, 2, 3 with one basic move, and then 1, 2, 3 with a second basic move, and then declares his intent to flee. And we draw event 333. I mean, it was going to happen someday, and at least this way, we get to show off what this does. Odds are fleeing is something you'll want to do at some point. To flee combat, on their turn, a single exile either gets to the hex pointer of this location or reaches a staircase to an already explored map. Did you flee this combat? Yes. You gather yourself and escape the conflict. Add threat 333 to the threat deck, flip this card. Okay, alright, we can do that. Okay, there's a huge jump between... Wait. Threat 333? Where is that? Is this not in the proper order? Because I see it jump to 400 from 47. Oh, but also, yeah, it's not in the correct order. Got it. So this gets added to the threat deck. And we flip this card. Remove foe figures from the map and index the foe cards. Flip the uncleared area map face down. Because it was not cleared, it will need to be explored again. Uh, doo -doo -doo. Okay. You do not gain any loots, even if one foe type was entirely defeated. And Yeah, I think anything has to be fought entirely again, even if you killed something. Flip this back to adventure. You are now out of combat, so yeah, we get to take this tile away. The kobolds are gone. We have fled. And if anyone's at 0 HP, we can attempt to heal them. Rix has a potion charge, so Rix goes to 1 health. And I'd say we're in a worse state than when we started this. And then finally, turn this card to the B side and index it, which I'm assuming is not good for us. Okay. Yeah, I suspect they don't want you to flee all the time, but we'll see. Okay. This map is gone. We'll get the treasure another day. That's just the way the cookie crumbles for tonight. That's actually a good time to stop, too. The question is, do we go back to a town? Do we get back to a town before calling the stream? Right now I'm still kind of processing the fact that I have failed my first quest. There'll be no more super happy magic forest for anyone. Obviously, we can make this happen. It's just we attempted to do 2 kobold fights in a row, and kobolds are tough. Kind of wish things gave more than 1 experience point, because it's hard to level. Where do we go from here? Yeah, we need to get to a place where we can rest. Our stats are looking pretty grim. We do have 8k though, so let's do something fun to cap off the session. We have all of our travel tokens, last I checked. Boom, boom, boom. So let's do some traveling. We're going to travel on this plains path or prairie path or whatever it is, the red flower. Cutting wind. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. I'm just going to let my token flip because I plan on going back to a town very soon. I'm going on this path to the Haran Plains. Which has big 70 on it. You enjoy your travels, taking in the sights. Very nice. Let's go to big 70. Big 70. We're going to talk to the traveling merchant. We're going to get an ant companion because I want one. Hee. So we come in and we go, hello NPC 41. Can we talk to you? You had a thing. We would like to talk about said thing. Alright, we have to return to Eastgate for our job. Alright, let's talk about Nipper. Oh, she's a good little critter. I found her along with the large ones you told me about. She's too little to help pull the wagon and a bit of a hassle for me to care for her. I think she gets bored since I have to work so much, so maybe you'd like to take her with you. I would indeed, friend. She'd be a great pack animal. Tell you what, I'll sell you enough ant food to feed her for the season, and she can be your companion. Cost is 8k, gain K 20, and turn the merchant to a C card. We're going to spend 8k. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we can refill all of our packs at the exile camp for free, which we should do. Can and should. All right, key 20. Let's see what we get here. I am very curious what a ant companion does for us. Nipper the pack ant. She can carry 4 things. A small but eager ant that really wants to travel with you. Nipper is able to carry far more than her small size would suggest. Nipper stays with 1 exile. Nipper provides additional inventory space for that 1 exile. While out of combat, you may choose which exile Nipper is with. I'm going to say Rick's for the moment, because Rick's inventory is like super full. And then we get NPC 41C. Oh, I flipped right to it. Tark the Merchant. The merchant is here, holding a large cane. As you approach, Nipper the ant runs up to him, wiggling her abdomen happily. Tark reaches down and scratches Nipper behind the antenna. Welcome back. You're taking good care of my Nipper, I hope. I hope your adventures are going well. Business is booming, as you can see. About Nipper. She looks so much happier to be adventuring with you rather than stuck here watching the cart with me. I do hope you remembered to feed and take care of her. Sure, why not? Business. I must say, as a traveling merchant, it really helps to have so many exiles wandering hither and thro and on their quests. It's great for business. I wasn't sure what to think when I heard the Exiles Guild was coming to the basin, but it's really been grand. Thanks. We get an RP point on Zertle. Huh. Okay. We leave. We go back to the world map. That's all I came here for. He's got other stuff. I don't need it right now. So we need to get here to turn in our job. I want to go here to refill all of my packs, so we're going to do that. That is another prairie path. Second breakfast. I'm just going to spend my token. I'm going to let it lapse, and then let's do POI. This is like 0. No, POI 1, Exiles Camp. There it is. So we can do the Exiles Market once per day, each Exiles Market action once per day. Before we do that, I'm going to spend 2 cubes from my very good knapsack to give both exiles 2 speed back. Kaboom and kaboom. What else do I want to do? I don't think anything else really matters. Oh, you know what? This is going to be free, so I will use my old knapsack to give 1 more speed to Rix. And then, yeah. Then we put at least 1 cube on all my empty stuff. So Anything that has no cubes gets 1 cube. Any of the potions and knapsacks I have. Which is a fair number of things. Then we can repair 5 while we're here. So I'm going to do the 2 big armor pieces for both Rix and Zertle. Get them fully, get the big ones repaired with the 2 durability each. And then, I don't know, man. It doesn't really matter from there. I'm going to do Zertle's left arm. Why not? There we go. 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2, 1 out of 1. 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2. And, okay. Oh, yes, okay. Your head slot is still destroyed, but your body and leg slot is now undamaged. And then left arm is undamaged. And then Wanderer, I have to do feet and legs. Look at that. Blammo. Okay. Guess I can clear up my ready actions. Since we kind of got destroyed. We leave the Exiles camp. We have nothing else to do here. Oh, you know what? We have old gear that we're not using at all that we can just sell for K value that's in our stash. So, for Rix, we have Corroded Hunting Knife. And Practice Pants, both of which are worth 1k. I'm just going to toss those back in the box. We get 2 money. I briefly considered not throwing away the knife and letting Rix sometimes use it in combat, now that we have Nipper. I just don't think it's good enough. And then... you know what? Zertle is going to keep his focus, his old focus, and actually start carrying it around with him now that we have extra inventory space. And I'll put the flying fish backpack or knapsack onto Nipper, because we really only need that out of combat. Then I'm going to sell my practice Gambison for 1k. Okay. Okay. Bad jokes, bad jokes. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm going on this road path. Colorful carts. You draw near and see a large cart colorful with wares and goods. Wow, you made it so far, sir. I'm going to just discard this. I don't care about the large cart right now. And then we're going to go on this road path to the Fields of Lear. Your spirits are high as you travel along. We go on this road path, the Exiles Road. You pass this way easily. And we're going to go this road path to the city of Eastgate. Coming your way, you see a lone figure making haste. You may draw NPC 21. I do so. I will always do so. NPC 21. Is this the one I saved from the ice? Yes. Yes, it is. Wait. Yeah. A familiar blue-haired woman strides up to you. You remember her as the woman who was trapped in the ice. Again, I greet you. I have found no trace of the man with the blonde hair. I had time to think while I searched, and I wonder if perhaps it is for the best that I have not met this villain. We'll have Zertle lead this conversation. And yeah, I think you might be right on that one. I've learned in my time as a healer that vengeance just kind of begets vengeance. So I don't know. Let's talk about something else. I have searched for him with vengeance in my heart and a great desire to do him harm. However, I am not a fighter and I don't think I could exact revenge. But more to the point, I think that is not what Chaos would want. I agree. This is very therapeutic for you, Lyria. Indeed, she was fierce and determined, but not violent. I know what she would wish of me. She would have me pursue her quest. What was her quest, out of curiosity? Aye, it was for this reason we set out from Eastgate in the first place. How could I be so foolish? Thank you for letting me talk to you. I'll return to Eastgate and continue the research Kales had begun. We get rid of the Travel 14 card. We add Job 37 to the job deck and then index this card. Okay, you can go back in. Oh, that's why I was having trouble figuring out where she goes, because there's a giant gap between 15 and 29. Okay. Already forgot. Job 37. Thank you, card, for reminding me. Alright. Luckily, we're about to go see what this job is, because we're about to go to town, and I'm willing to bet the job is go retrieve something from the Nimbus Peninsula for my research. And this is the way to do it correctly. This is the good ending for this quest. I'm willing to bet the blonde man is the evil one who's going around killing people. Anyways, we get to Eastgate. I'm going to interact with the town. We turn in our quest, our job. We get all the K on this card, and then we get rid of this card. There's no further quest for this. Yep. And then let's look at what jobs are available. And this will be the last thing we do tonight. And I want to see what was just added. Statue of Sorrow. I'm continuing my friend's research into the ancient queendom of Sendai. The Queen's Magi apparently hid a statue of her somewhere in the mountains west of Keepwick. Oh. Lyria. Somewhere west of Keepwick, look for a statue on a stone plinth. Bring key 27 to the city of Eastgate to claim this reward. Well, that's not what we have, is it? No. I don't... Where is the card? Key 29. Okay, we got key 29, which is not key 27. Okay. And we still haven't found this cleric nearby the Keepwick outskirts that we needed to find. No idea where they could be. We've looked everywhere. Huh. Okay, we are going to not accept this quest yet. Sounds like we're going back down to Keepwick again. So the question is, what do we do job-wise? And the answer is we do road maintenance on the Exiles Road here, and then go to Felsworn, and then there is a cart escort mission down to Keepwick. Are you able to do that? Yes, okay. Yeah, it's fine. We have enough. We'll have enough cards. So yeah, we're gonna do road maintenance. That's our current task. Spend 2 speed for each one. Yikes. Yikes. Getting expensive. We have selected a job, and now we're gonna do a long rest, because I'll be honest, our peeps is tired. Yeah. So we draw a day card. Oh, it costs us a K to long rest here? Boo. Fine. And then we can go to the exile camp briefly to do a free repair of the last of my armor damage. That should be fine. I think I do want to spend a K to replenish all of our potions and everything. So I will do that. Because we have a lot of them. I know you're not seeing what I'm doing right now, and that's just how it is sometimes. Okay. And we've already paid the K to stay here, so let's flip a day card and see what happens. We've almost explored the whole basin. And this is the final day card of the stack, and we're going to shuffle after this, or do something after this. A drizzly day. A scattering of warm showers fall from fluffy clouds as you look out over the landscape. The first time this card is drawn, add travel 36 to the bottom of the travel discard. Travel 36. Can do. I'm not going to look at it. So far, we've been pretty good at hitting these travel events. Uh-oh. If the day deck is empty when you need to draw, add day 5 to the deck and immediately remake the day deck face down in sequential order from lowest on top to highest on bottom. Draw the top card of the day deck. It should be day 1. Okay. So we know it is a drizzly day for now, and then it'll go back and loop through the whole list again next time we do a long rest. And as we are doing this long rest, I will just put all my tokens in place and do a full heal. Yeah, Zertle used a lot of resources. But hey, we survived. Well, no, we didn't. We literally didn't survive. We fled. We fled. But now we know kobolds are dangerous. We can try to fight something easier and then level up. Alright, so 5 mana, 4 speed, 4 health for Zertle. 3 mana, 5 speed, 5 health for Rix. And I really, really do want Rix to level up and get a point in mana, so she can go up to 5 mana instead of 3. That way I can use my my mark ability for more damage. I can be a little more spendy on that front. Okay. That's a good place to call it, though. We just did a day phase. Hey, everybody. Refresh the travel tokens. That's an important step, and we'll have to shuffle all of this for next time. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, which I hope you did, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, assuming parental duties do not get in the way. So on Mondays, I'm going to list times. They're going to be in US and Canada Pacific time. On Mondays, I stream at 1 p.m. That's going to be Pal World. And at 10:30 p.m., that's going to be Marvel Legendary. On Wednesdays, I stream at 1 p.m. It's more Pal World. And on Fridays, I stream at 1 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. Arydia, the paths we dare tread, which is what you just saw. Everything I do here on Twitch is recorded as a video on demand. It is exported to my YouTube channel. There's a link in the channel description down below. If you happen to be watching it on Twitch or on YouTube, there's a link to my Twitch channel down below, and you can come watch me play games live if you wish. No pressure. Got distracted by one of my key items, the Urkies map with the outcropping of white stones. Yeah. The videos on Twitch are, or should be, organized into playlists, so if you are kind of late to the Arydia party, you can start over from the very beginning, when I have no idea what I'm doing, and going through the tutorial first days. I think I've got most of a handle on it. It's just kind of the corner case rules that I'm still looking into the rulebook for, like fleeing, which I literally haven't done until now. Yeah. That'll do it for me. I need to get to bed. Guys, thanks for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. Thanks for commenting, subscribing, chatting, following. Did I already say that one? I'm starting to ramble, getting tired. The point being, thank you. It really does mean a lot. And I hope you stick around, or hope you come back for future streams, and I will see you next time.